tail fins the size of airplane wings, bubble cockpits, and nuclear-powered engines. Welcome to the wildest era of automotive design, the 1950s and 60s. Today, we're counting down 10 of the most futuristic concept cars from the golden age of automotive imagination. Let's dive in. Coming in at number 10, the 1954 Ford La Tosca. A collaboration between Ford and Italian coach builder Ghia, La Tosca represented European elegance meeting American power. The design featured a long, low profile with a distinctive oval grille and smooth, flowing lines. Chrome accents were minimal compared to typical American cars of the era. The wraparound windshield and pillarless roof gave it an airy, sophisticated feel. Under the refined Italian bodywork sat Ford's American V8 engine. La Tosca proved that concepts could be restrained and elegant rather than wild and excessive. A different vision of tomorrow focused on sophistication. At number 9, the 1953 Chevrolet Corvette EX52. Before the Corvette became a production icon, this experimental roadster showcased what Chevy's sports car could become. The EX52 featured a sleek fiberglass body in metallic green with a distinctly European-inspired design, clean lines, and minimal chrome. The low-slung profile and wire wheels gave it a racing pedigree look. While the production Corvette eventually moved toward V8 power and aggressive American styling, the EX52 showed Chevy's brief flirtation with European sports car elegance, sophisticated and understated rather than flashy. At number 8, the 1956 Oldsmobile Golden Rocket. This show car took jet-age design to new heights with its rocket-inspired styling and innovative features. The Golden Rocket featured a distinctive gold paint job and a cantilevered roof that seemed to float above the body. Most innovative were the powered canopies. Instead of conventional doors, roof sections lifted upward while seats swiveled outward for easy entry. The dashboard featured aircraft-style instrumentation in a futuristic pod. This was Oldsmobile imagining luxury transportation for the space age, where getting in and out of your car was as impressive as driving it. At number 7, the GM LeSabre. Designed by legendary Harley Earl as his personal car, the LeSabre pioneered features that seemed like science fiction in 1951. It featured a heated rain sensor that automatically raised the convertible top when it rained, and a 12-volt electrical system when 6-volt was standard. The wraparound windshield and jet fighter-inspired tail fins became signatures of 1950s design. Under the hood sat an experimental aluminum V8 that could run on either gasoline or methanol. This wasn't just a show car. Earl drove it over 40,000 miles, making it a rolling test lab for technologies that would appear in production cars throughout the decade. At number 6, the 1963 Ford SEATTLE-ITE 21. Built for the 1962 Seattle World's Fair, this concept pushed the boundaries of automotive imagination with its 6-wheel design. 4 front wheels handled steering while 2 rear wheels provided power. 2 enormous tail fins were topped with rotating red taillights called space-age propulsion pods. The bubble canopy swung forward for entry, revealing swiveling seats and push-button controls. Ford envisioned sensor systems preventing collisions. An early concept of autonomous emergency braking. This was pure World's Fair optimism. Technology would solve everything, and we'd all drive 6-wheeled wonders with spinning taillights. Halfway through at number 5, the 1957 Ford NUCLEON. Ford looked at nuclear submarines and asked, why not cars? The NUCLEON was designed around a miniature nuclear reactor in the rear, promising 5,000 miles between refueling at specialized swap stations. The design featured massive air intakes for cooling and a streamlined body that looked like it belonged on Mars. The passenger cabin was pushed forward on a narrow platform. Obviously, radiation, safety, and weight issues kept this firmly in concept territory. But it perfectly captured the atomic optimism of the era when nuclear power seemed like the answer to everything. At number 4, The 1961 Chrysler TURBOFLITE. This jet-age masterpiece featured a retractable canopy roof that lifted up and forward for entry, pure fighter jet inspiration. The TURBOFLITE was powered by a CR2A gas turbine engine producing 140 horsepower. The design featured dramatic side air intakes, a pointed nose cone, and integrated tail fins. The interior was completely futuristic with a console-mounted instrument cluster and aircraft-style controls. Perhaps most impressive was the fully functional turbine power plant. This wasn't just a styling exercise. Chrysler was serious about turbine technology. And the TURBOFLITE was a working testbed that proved these space-age dreams could actually run. Coming in at number 3. The 1954 Lincoln Futura. This dramatic concept would eventually become famous as the original Batmobile, but it started as Ford's vision of luxury car design for the future. Built by Ghia in Italy, the Futura featured a clear plastic double-bubble canopy, hooded headlights, and enormous tail fins. The body was painted in pearlescent white that seemed to glow. Every surface was sculpted and curved, creating an almost organic appearance. The Futura was fully functional and made numerous auto show appearances. Years later, George Barris modified it into the Batmobile for the 1960s TV series, giving this concept an unexpected second life as a pop culture icon. At number 2. The 1956 GM Firebird II. While the original Firebird was a single-seat jet fighter on wheels, Firebird II asked, "What if a family of 4 could travel in a gas turbine-powered dream machine?" This concept featured a clear bubble canopy roof, titanium body panels, and a fully functional gas turbine engine. But the real innovation was the guidance system. Firebird 2 could theoretically drive itself by following guide wires embedded in specially equipped highways. The interior featured individual bucket seats for 4 passengers with aircraft-style instrumentation. This wasn't just futuristic styling. GM was testing real autonomous driving technology decades before it became mainstream. Firebird 2 proved that practical family transportation and space-age dreams could coexist. And at number 1, the 1963 Chrysler turbine car. Unlike every other concept on this list, Chrysler actually built 55 turbine cars and loaned them to regular families for real-world testing, making this the most revolutionary and real futuristic concept of the era. Designed by Ghia in Italy with turbine-inspired styling and distinctive ring-shaped taillights that mimicked jet exhausts, it featured a genuine gas turbine engine that could run on almost any flammable liquid: diesel, gasoline, kerosene, even tequila and perfume, as famously demonstrated. The engine was incredibly smooth and quiet, with virtually no vibration. Families loved driving them, though poor fuel economy and throttle lag prevented production. But this program proved turbine cars could work in the real world. They just weren't practical enough to replace piston engines. No other concept car came closer to actually changing how we drive.